Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Experiencing GhiaLogic. Hello, my beautiful, my wonderful, and my loyal listeners. Welcome to another episode of Experiencing GhiaLogic. I'm your lovely host, GhiaLogic, and this is episode 263. Today, I want to get into the most unforgettable moments of this year. This podcast episode will be extremely subjective. There may be moments that I missed according to you, but when I sat down at the dog park and reflected on this year, this is pretty much what came to my mind. Now that I'm just seeing everything on social media as I'm recording this about Leanna, Travis Hunter's girlfriend, I might have to throw that in there as well. So yeah, this is episode 263 of Experiencing GhiaLogic, Unforgettable Moments of 2024. First things first, let's go ahead and talk about it, because this is, in my opinion, the most talked about topic right now. As of December 17th, 2024, everyone is, not liking this Leanna girl. Leanna is the fiance of Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter is a cornerback and a wide receiver, I think. I don't even want to look at the notes. I don't even have any notes. Actually, I don't have any notes on this topic because I'm just sitting here fresh off Twitter. Travis Hunter is a 21-year-old cornerback and wide receiver, so he plays both defense and offense for Colorado State University. Well, he did. I think he's done playing there. He already won his Heisman. I think he played in the last game already. That's when they blew out somebody like 52-0. Crazy. So it's just been a whole lot of speculation about Leanna really since the last game. That's when it started to go downhill for Shorty, okay? The camera cut to them and it showed that Travis was trying to be affectionate, lovey-dovey. He played a game that really solidified the fact that he deserved the Heisman. And when he tried to greet her after the game, it seemed like she was kind of being standoffish, pushing him out the way, not trying to be warm and friendly. And of course, we only saw a 10-minute clip, but it's like, girl, your man just basically won the game for the school, Him and Shador are the reason that, him and Shador and, of course, Coach Deion Sanders are the reason that we're even talking about Colorado State University in the first place. So it's like lights, camera, action. Every time, maybe at the games, you know what it is. You know why we're here. We're here to watch your man. So you need to be... Go team, go. Yeah. Number 12. Every game, regardless if it's an argument or not, because you're gonna be in that limelight, the cameras are going to be on. So ever since that game, her looking just mad about something and even if she wasn't mad at him, you're taking it out on him. I don't even feel like going through everything, because by now you should have seen something. Leanna released a video last night, I want to say, on TikTok. It was 8 minutes long, and she broke down each instance of her going viral for negative reasons. And she was trying to give a reason to all of it. And I honestly think that she should have been done a video trying to clear her name up and redeem herself. But this video you just did, mama, no, that's not going to cut it. Let me tell you the reason why it's not going to cut it. The reasons she was giving just didn't make any sense. It didn't. And why you been so pissed off in the last month? Because everything has really happened in the last month and a half. Then she said the reason she wasn't attracted to him or he wasn't her type is because he was a cheater and he cheated on his last girlfriend. And now you're his girlfriend. Okay. I just don't believe that. I think that's baloney. She said something about at the last game, the security wouldn't let the family onto the field, but they let the cheerleaders from the opposing team onto the field. So you're going to take that out on Travis. Okay. But the rumor was she was mad at him because he was talking to some cheerleaders. And yeah, I don't think that her 8-minute video really excused anything. I think that Travis Hunter might be in trouble. And I don't even know if it's, you know, as deep as she's going to take all his money, you know, once she gets pregnant, has a kid, put him on child support. I don't even know if it's going that deep. I would hope to be optimistic that she wouldn't be that low down, because she seems like she really been here since the beginning of his real traction. And I would hope that she's not going to be one of those baby moms that really just take him for half. But the issue with her is that you just look really negative and you look really selfish in the biggest moments of his career, in the biggest moments of his life. You're not looking happy enough. You're not looking as supportive as you should be. And then why are all these viral clips coming up about you really didn't want to be with him? That's not a good look, because now you want to be with the man that's gonna have all these hundreds of millions of dollars. It doesn't look good, hun. And somebody shouldn't have to nudge you to get up. And you talking about you were sitting down because you didn't want to be in the camera shot and all that. Girl, no. It was a little bit too little too late for your explanation video. You said too little, it came too late, and now you're just going to be on this redemption journey. I guess it's cool because your man loves you, so that's all that matters, right? I think they're really talked about right now. So that's an unforgettable moment right now, because this is the best player in collegiate football right now, and his girlfriend is looking like a hater. How could you hate on your man? He's finna pay all these bills, girl. He didn't put you in an Adidas commercial with him. I don't know one collegiate athlete that has their significant other in their brand sponsorship commercial. So he clearly likes you and looks out for you. I don't know, girl. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. Put your hands up and smile, girl. That's all you gotta do, honey. You got it made. Number 2, I put on here Drake versus Kendrick Lamar, Future, Rick Ross, and A$AP Rocky, and all the other people that Drake was going against earlier this year. Future and Metro dropped We Don't Trust You. I don't even feel like going into all the songs, all the albums, and all the mixtapes. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know the smoke. This was the best and biggest beef probably ever, because now Kendrick Lamar is going to head the Super Bowl in 2025, and he is for sure and single-handedly heading the Super Bowl halftime performance because of this song Not Like Us. And now Drake is suing UMG and saying Universal Music Group has these bots that are streaming the music. I believe him. I'm sure that's right, but it just looks, the way it looks bad, you know. But these are unforgettable moments of this year for sure. Kendrick was the underdog and he won, period. And Kendrick was dropping so fast. Another reason Drake lost is because Drake did not focus solely on Kendrick. Stop trying to diss Future, Rick Ross, A$AP, and whoever. Focus on the main man. You are stretching yourself too thin. And it seemed like Kendrick really didn't even like Drake. The way the disses were coming, Kendrick made it seem as if he had this in the tuck somewhere just waiting. He was just wishing a Negro would. Technically, Tupac and Biggie's beef will be classified as worse because it was really getting physical. And don't ask me who really killed Tupac and who really killed Biggie, because some people will say it was Diddy. I don't know if they are both responsible for each other's deaths, but the little things that I do know about their beef was that it was getting physical. And up to my knowledge, I don't think Kendrick's camp has gotten physical with Drake's camp and vice versa. But this year has been lit. They have had the entire year lit for at least 9 months out this year. Drake versus Kendrick Lamar's beef might be the most unforgettable moment of this whole entire year. So I think that's lit for these black men to drop this music, keep it off the streets, not get violent. Now Drake is suing UMG out of this whole thing, which optically it looks bad, but it could really be a win for other artists to come in the future. It's like, it's bigger than him. I get it. Optically it looks lame, when you get into the bottom of it and you dig into what the paperwork is really about, okay, y'all using bots. And we're both signed to the same label. So y'all are making stuff happen for this man's streams to go up, dissing me, calling me a pedophile. I guess I'd be mad too. Another unforgettable moment in 2024 would have to be the Paris Olympics. It was a lot going on this year. The breakdancing was crazy. That was a new category that was introduced this year. That was crazy. They don't need to bring that back. The United States cleaned up, period, as we knew we would. I guess I could also say about basketball, I think that was pretty popular this year because we barely clinched it, baby. We barely clinched gold. After this Summer Olympics in Paris, baby, France was on our necks. Victor and his team was on our necks. Luka, all of them, all of our international stars had their teams on our necks. So I think that was kind of an unforgettable moment for us because in basketball, we usually kind of blow people out the water. This year, no. It was no easy feat. We were battling, okay? It was a battle. And that just shows where our National Basketball Association is today. We're not on that, and I think it's because we're not made up of just primarily African Americans that are from predominantly poor neighborhoods. Now our league is made of middle class and upper middle class and high class people that are mostly international basketball players. Most of the league comes from an upper middle class background and they're not black. So of course when the Olympics comes around, they finna go to their own teams and ball out and go crazy. I'm not mad at that, but go ahead and NBA, go ahead and adjust, okay? Because we're falling off. So yeah. Joe Biden dropping out of the 2024 presidential race. Yeah. That was kind of dirty how they did him. Or was it dirtier how they did him or Kamala? Nah, it was dirtier how they did Kamala for sure. Because Joe had no business running again. I really don't have anything negative to say about him because I think he's done a lot for the country in general, not even just with this presidency, but when he was with Obama and before that when he was in Congress and things like that. He's really been in our government for decades. I think he's healing from a lot of trauma. A lot of stuff is going on and he clearly doesn't look well cognitively. So I don't know what's up with Caucasian males in this country that don't want to relinquish their reign, but yeah, they had Kamala run. She had 3 months to run, set her up for failure. But a fun fact I researched is that people in more than 60 countries, which represents about 50% of the world's population, went to the polls in 2024. So there were a lot of presidential elections, or whatever it's called when people aren't presidents, right? A leader. Let's just say there were a lot of leader elections all over the world this year. A lot of countries went to the poll to vote, not just America. 60 countries is a lot of countries. People are voting, baby. I know Mexico, they have a female leader and she's Jewish. I think the United Kingdom got a new leader, so that's interesting. This year, the United States Vice President Kamala Harris was officially certified as the Democratic presidential candidate. She became the first Black and the first Asian American in the United States history to win the presidential nomination of a major party. Donald Trump won the United States presidential election and was the first convicted felon to be elected to office. It's funny because on these podcasts where I number stuff, I always start off numbering, but I never can continue numbering. Continuing on with the topic of Donald Trump. Yes, Donald Trump was found guilty of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. Let me repeat that. Donald Trump was found guilty of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. Yes, white collar crime. He is the first former United States president to be convicted of a crime. And I think they're going to somehow have that wiped away as well. I just don't see them really sticking that to him. Which again, I don't even understand how you can appeal something like that. I've never had those type of lawyers. Usually if you're found guilty of something and of 34 counts of something, that's going to stick on your jacket. Yeah. All right. Okay, so the viral Pygmy Hippo, I did not want to actually put this in the list for this podcast, but I had to think bigger than me. I had to think, okay, even though I never have heard of this, other people clearly have. I was at the dog park and it was a group of women from all different ethnic backgrounds talking about this miniature hippopotamus called Moo Dang, and Moo Dang picked the wrong person to become president. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? I'm thinking this is cap, this is a joke. They pulling up it's a real deal miniature hippopotamus. So I was researching for this podcast episode and found some stuff out because I know nothing. I thought this was all completely cap, and it's not. So Moo Dang is the Pygmy, yeah, I think it's called Pygmy Hippo's name. It's a Pygmy Hippo. And Moo Dang in Thai means bouncing pig. And it went viral because its zookeeper would record videos of it and post it on social media. Mind you, this pig is all the way in Thailand. Y'all, a Pygmy Hippo is like a miniature hippo. So the hippo is super itty bitty, and they said it's really not going to get that much bigger. And I guess it's kind of cute. Sephora in Thailand, they did some marketing with it. There have been countless memes that have boosted her popularity. Again, I'm talking about Moo Dang, which is the viral Pygmy Hippo. That's really all I have to say on that. I don't know too much more. Caitlin Clark became the all-time leading scorer in NCAA basketball, surpassing Pete Maravich, and his record was 3,667 points. Yeah, that girl can definitely score the ball. She is a 3-point star. Another unforgettable moment of this year was Cat Williams' interview on Club Shay Shay. On Club Shay Shay, he was getting real vulnerable. He was telling us how poor he was and how he just took a chance on himself. No, I'm not gonna cap. I don't think he was lying about his personal upbringing at all. I'm not gonna cap, because Cat Williams just doesn't look like he benefits from a lot. I'm sorry, he just looks like a real one to me. It was just a real raw and unapologetic interview. Yeah, it seemed like Cat Williams was just talking a lot of facts, a lot of truth. Probably the most viral interview this year. One, it was 3 hours long. They talked about every single subject. And something about Cat Williams is just when he sits down, everybody has to listen. Even his roles that he plays on movies and stuff like that, he doesn't give cap. And Diddy came all the way down this year. I know Cassie started it last November with the lawsuit. Now the feds ran through Diddy's house, and I feel like in this Club Shay Shay episode with Cat Williams, he alluded to all of that. Definitely an unforgettable moment, unforgettable memes, unforgettable quotes in this podcast. Cat was on there being Cat, being entertaining, and maybe doing a little foreshadowing. I don't know. Young Thug getting freed from jail. I think everyone in the world was happy with me when Young Thug got freed this year. On November 1st, he got freed from being detained at the Fulton County Jail in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, period. This man had been in jail for over 900 days. I think he went to jail in May 2022. His trial began on November 27th, 2023, and it was the longest trial in Georgia history. So it's like, yeah, go ahead and free that man, because y'all spending taxpayer dollars. He was facing some RICO charges. Young Thug was one of 28 defendants in the case. Oh, they had the whole YSL in there. Young Thug was released on Thursday, November 1st, 2024, after pleading guilty to 6 counts of criminal street gang activity, possession of drugs and firearms, things like that. And then he entered a no contest plea to racketeering. Now, Judge Paige Reese Whitaker sentenced Young Thug to time served plus 15 years of probation. I think he's going to do just fine, and I'm happy that he's home. He's 33 years old. I'm 27. I feel like he's big bro. I feel like Thug raised me, so everyone's innocent until proven guilty. The last thing I have on my list is the United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson got murdered in Manhattan. And 41% of young voters say United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, his killing was acceptable. I think that his killing is an unforgettable moment. People don't care about these big companies anymore. They don't care who's running it. You will get murked. It doesn't matter if you agree with the ethics or anything like that. People are tired of the big person winning and recouping the power, the status, and the finances off of everybody else's strain, off of everybody else having to work, having to pay deductibles, having to pay co-pays. You pay these insurance companies for years and years and years and decades and decades and decades, and then when you really get sick and you really need them, oh, we don't cover that, or we're going to drop you. I think that this is something that happened with the quote-unquote shooter Luigi, because everybody's innocent until proven guilty. But I think something happened with his mom, where his mom was going through a lot of stuff and they were denying her claims of coverage, and he took it upon himself to go ahead and kill the CEO. I don't think that Luigi is the person that actually did it. I think that he's the person that's just taking the rep for it, the downfall for it. I feel like the real killer that did this probably already fled the country, and they're just going to pin it on somebody that's young and somewhat fits the mold. And who is this at McDonald's snitching? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the McDonald's worker. I'm not going to do that, because he was supposed to win like $50,000, right? If you can accurately identify his whereabouts, you were supposed to win money. I don't think they even paid him out. Yeah, so the man has been indicted. Luigi Mangione, which is his suspected killer, has been indicted in Manhattan. He was initially caught in Pennsylvania at that McDonald's, so I don't know what to believe, but I do know that people are just fed up. You can't keep doing people wrong and think nothing's going to happen. So I don't think that his murder was justified or acceptable, but I do understand the symbolism that this murder represents. And it sucks, but that's what comes with the territory. That's what comes with being a CEO of a very large company. People are going to not like you. They're going to hate you, and they're going to place you for the blame of the downfalls of the company. So he got caught up, because I think they're trying to put it as first-degree murder, and they're trying to put it with like terrorism. The Manhattan District Attorney called it a brazen, targeted, and premeditated shooting. A trio of 9mm bullet casings found at the scene contained the words defend, depose, and deny. So I don't know if this man is in a cult. I don't know. I just don't know. This is a high-level case, a case of this stature. This is deep. This goes really deep, and I'm pretty sure that this man did not act alone. If he did, I'll be surprised, but I don't believe anything anymore. That's a real unforgettable moment of this year, because people just don't care. I think that's what makes it an unforgettable moment, is because people are hosting look-alike contests of the shooter. The disregard for Brian Thompson, the CEO, is outweighing the regard for him. So people are rooting for the underdog. They are no longer rooting for the CEO, the person with money, the person with status. I think that people are just fed up with our healthcare system as well. It would be different if he was a CEO of something else, but the fact that it was a United Healthcare or a Cigna or Blue Cross Blue Shield, like, yeah, people really don't like these companies. That sucks. That's very sad. I pray for the privacy and the grieving of Brian Thompson's children and his wife and his entire family. Next time, y'all need to have security on that man. Next time, y'all need to have maybe Secret Service. Somebody of this caliber should not be, yeah, I guess not Secret Service, but security. Somebody of this caliber should not be able to get just walked up on and gunned down on the sidewalk outside of a Hilton in Manhattan. This isn't even Houston, like where it's like an open carry state. I don't think you can have a gun in New York. Maybe? I don't think so. I feel like New York is super duper like too serious when it comes to guns, because boy, if you can have a gun in New York for real, the crime is so brazen. It's like, where's the security? But yeah, I think that people are just tired of the big dogs. People just want empathy. People just want niceness. They just want compassion. And if you're not doing that, if the company you work for doesn't represent that, it's smoke. I don't think it's justified. I don't think it's acceptable. It's kind of sad actually how he died. And I don't want to just say how Brian Thompson died. Let's continue to say his name. Hey, if you want to get attention and you really want to get a conversation started, this is clearly the way to do it. I am not condoning crime by any means necessary, but I can understand what Luigi and what his other conspirators were trying to convey, trying to get across by doing this action. And a lot of things in history and a lot of things in the world, they get done by crimes and they get done by murders. I'm learning that life isn't fair and that growth is uncomfortable, and maybe it takes for this man getting slain in public for these insurance companies to start caring more about the average Joe. Maybe this will spark more conversations for empathy and compassion, or for them to stop denying so many claims when these people have been insured with them for years and decades and have paid so much in premiums. Yeah, it's crazy that he was slain in this matter, right? But it's even crazier that someone can feel so enraged and so upset with a company in the first place. You're so mad that you went out and killed the CEO. Clearly this company has truly hurt this man to his soul, and that's an issue right there in itself. So I'm very intrigued to see how this will play out in court. I'm intrigued to see what Luigi's lawyer will say, what will be her argument, because it looks like he has a decent lawyer. She has been a district attorney before for years and years, so this isn't someone that's a loser. It's all I have for this year's unforgettable moments. I'm sure there's more things that I didn't list, and remember at the beginning of this podcast I said that this was going to be extremely subjective. So for me, this is what I think of when I think and reflect back on 2024. A lot of crime, a lot of criminal activity, to summarize it up. It's a lot of crime. So Jesus, where you at? You coming back? Huh? We might need you down here. So yes, that's all I have. But what I want to share with you all, something I'm so excited to share, is that I am going to be starting a New Year's giveaway as of right now. I have a New Year's giveaway, and the winner will win a $100 gift card to Target and a 15-pack of Magic Mind energy shots. Yes, both the gift card and the Magic Mind will be given to the winner of my New Year's giveaway. So go ahead and experience GhiaLogic. I just need you guys to do these few steps. Very easy. I'm not asking too much, right? Like this post. So it's going to be a flyer of the giveaway. Like that. That'll be posted on my Instagram, which is GhiaLogic X Pod. So like that post, and then follow this podcast on YouTube. So you're watching me right now on my YouTube channel, which is at GhiaLogic. Remember, I am Ghia with an H, okay? So follow this podcast on YouTube. Follow this podcast on Spotify at Experiencing GhiaLogic Podcast. Follow. Yeah. And then tag a friend below. So when I say tag a friend below, I need you guys to go on Instagram, look at the flyer, and at a friend, at somebody that's not you, okay? At them under that Instagram post, and then follow at GhiaLogic X Pod on Instagram. That is the podcast Instagram. Once you've done those things, so just follow. Follow on Instagram, follow on Spotify, follow on YouTube, and like the post. Oh, and tag a friend. So there's five things. Nothing crazy. I will announce the winner on January 5th, 2025, but the deadline to enter will be on January 3rd at midnight. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want a gift card to Target for 100 buckaroos? And who doesn't want some Magic Mind? Okay, because without them, I would not have gotten at least the last 50 podcasts. Very excited, but I just really want to thank you guys for watching me, listening to me, sharing me, supporting me. This is a dream come true. Yeah. All right, so that's all I have for this episode. Subscribe, follow, comment, share. I'm GhiaLogic. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out. Mwah.